as you can see, we've chosen the 1964 Serro Scotty Sportsman, made in Bristow, right up the turnpike. I'm just gonna kind of walk through and show you some of the things that I want to keep, some of the things that I may recreate. This is the one, if you remember, and we'll look at it here in a minute, that had the stove in it. I haven't got the chance to look through the stove and see if it's gonna work. But if we do, we're gonna keep, not necessarily this one, we'll get a brand new one and some good regulator for the propane. But if we decide to keep the propane gas stove, we'll be keeping this. Otherwise, this will go away, and maybe space for a spare tire maybe. We'll fix this up, this jack, and put a wheel on it. As you can see, we just kind of makeshift for right now, but that's going to be a lot more ease of use with when we put a wheel on it. Now, if you look here, the things that we want to look for is, can we reuse these eyebrows? The purpose of these eyebrows is to keep the rain off the windows and keep it from getting down in between the windows. Because what you want to use on this is butyl tape. We're gonna use 50 yards or more of butyl tape just on this build alone. But you put that in there and screw it in, and that's gonna keep the rain out. So that's your first line of defense onto this eyebrow, and then it'll drain down. And you're also gonna use butyl tape right under here and up in here. But these windows look in good shape. We're gonna pull them out. We're gonna replace this edging right here. The screen looks to be in good shape. So the eyebrows are good, and all of this frame is good. This is called J-rail. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna have more of that butyl tape here, and a little bit's gonna slip in right through here. And that's what's going to, when this sheet metal meets this sheet metal, it's gonna keep it waterproof. Now, this stuff, it's kind of expensive. So we're gonna try and reuse this because it looks like it's in good shape. The hardest part probably of this build is getting these aluminum nails out. And people always ask me, where can I get these aluminum nails? You can get them in the trash can, throw them away. Don't try to go back to 1964. What you want to do is get some stainless steel screws. And I'll show you when we get there. It'll make your life so much easier because these are so hard to pull out, so hard to nail in. Don't even worry about it. But this J-rail, it looks pretty good. Again, this eyebrow looks good. Just needs to be polished up with some double-aught, triple-aught steel wool. These windows are in incredible shape. Where this has to come out right here, that's easy to get, and we'll seal that. And then there's some underneath here that some seals that'll have to come out. Now the good thing about this side, it's just two pieces. We've got the top piece that has a little hook in it, and then this one is just a flat piece, slips right in there. That's going to come off real nice, and the tin looks to be in great shape. Obviously it needs sanded down and painted. Up here, check that out. This travel trailer is wired for 110, 125 volt AC service. Do not connect for higher voltage. Well, we're gonna do that. I'm sure that this input right here was probably state of the art in 1964. We're gonna do a whole lot better than that. We're gonna probably run 30 amp service in here, and it's gonna be real nice. Gonna be waterproof, no problems. Down here is your city water in, so that you get the water coming in. And down here, if you want to, and that's going straight to that one faucet. This one is going to go down into the reservoir, and then you can run that hand crank. So if you're out boondocking, you can do that. I don't know if we'll keep this or not. I don't know that I would care to drink out of a nearly 60-year-old reservoir. So we may take all of that out and just create a little extra space underneath there. This window is in terrible condition, so we're probably gonna have to get a new window for this. The eyebrow, still in great shape. Now here's something very interesting. I have redone one of these that were yellow before, but I'm not so sure now that this really was yellow from the factory. I think they came yellow from the factory, but underneath the butyl tape here, you can see is that standard kind of turquoise color. I'm gonna have to do a little more research on that and check that out. But you could, whatever color you want to paint it, paint it. I really prefer this yellow or the turquoise. Those are my favorite colors on these Scotties. I think they look great like that. You kind of, if you can sneak in here, I'll show you. Very thin fiberglass, very thin. When you take this off, it's paper thin, the insulation on here, but that'll be covered up. And we're going to use foil, foil bubble wrap. Side markers, we'll probably go with new side markers. And these are really cool. If I could find lenses, I'll rebuild the housing, probably redo them in LED, but this one obviously is broken, so we can't keep that one. And so if we can't keep that one, even though this one's in pretty good shape, we want them to match and both be new, so that's going to come off. They reproduce similar to this, so that's got to come out. It's been broken for a long time. We'll get a new one of those. But look at this. The emblem, this is made out of pop metal. They made all of these out of pop metal, these bigger ones like this. So I told you Pennsylvania. Well, this one has, right here it says Bristow, Oklahoma, and Irwin, Pennsylvania is where the company was based out of at this time. Another really cool sticker up there, kind of a ghost sticker. That'll have to be sanded down. We come back over here. The eyebrow again is pretty good. This door's probably going to have to, we're going to have to work on that a little bit. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. I may have to do a little metal work on it, but it's pretty good shape. And there'll be, yep, not trying to tear that apart yet. We have to drill that out and get a new lock for that. But there's going to be storage underneath the bed. So, all right. These are neat little doors, these screen doors. Because if you put the vent on the top open and open up this door, you're going to get a real nice breeze going through here. And this door looks in great shape. It's obviously going to need to be cleaned up and painted. And we'll probably replace that window maybe. But definitely going to replace all of this gasket. That locks from the inside. We just don't have a key, and I'm going to have to try to rekey this. And again, right up here, the window's in great shape. Just need to reseal it, and we've got the eyebrow in great shape. And again, another one of these pop metal decals here. If you come up top here, they even have an eyebrow over the door. It's on a steel frame. It's a heavy steel frame. The eyebrow is good, but look at this. I don't think we're going to reuse this one, but if somebody had added on that they could sit outside underneath the tarp, underneath the tent, and you can kind of see it's not a very good job done. We're going to have to fix that. And the shame of it is, if you look up here on top of the J-rail, right there is where you would have originally had put this in. This would have had a little bead on the inside. You would run it up through here and then take it out across. And so they obviously maybe just didn't know that's what that was for, and then they made one of their own here. Let's take a look inside. As we were talking about earlier, obviously these have got to go. These curtains are gone. All of the upholstery will be brand new. I'm gonna rebuild this table. This is not, this is original. And I don't know. I have never seen them where they don't, well, it does come out, okay. Yep. So that's gonna come down and make a bed. And there's how they did that. I've worked on several of these and I've never had this style before. So I'm gonna learn something new. So, but that's not gonna clean up. You can see it's scratched up pretty good. So I'm probably gonna have to remake all of that and find a really nice vintage Formica. So I'll remake that. These seats here, you can see there's storage underneath. Somebody put carpet on here. The carpet is terrible. When I redo these though, I'm gonna make these so that they lift up on a hinge. So you just lift them up. Coming over here, this is leaving, that's gotta go. This is plastic. These are just super good quality. So we'll get a dorm fridge in here, rebuild that. We're gonna look and see if this is reusable. I don't think this is gonna be reusable, but we're gonna make one just like it. Same with these. We're gonna make one just like it. I don't like this paneling. Doesn't suit my taste. Oh, look at that. Got another Scotty emblem. I'm gonna pull this down. I'm gonna rewire it for LED. Yeah, that doesn't work. Oh, wait. Ah, it does work. We might be able to clean that one up because it's aluminum. It looks pretty nice. All these drawers. I don't know. We'll look at them. Now, one thing I'm gonna do on this, see this little gaucho bed stops right here, and it'll turn into a couch. So you can have a couch, and then when you're ready to go to bed, you know, it pulls out like this, and then you put your cushions down. I'm going to make one full bed out of this, one nice mattress on this, and I just don't know that if you want to sit down, you can sit down up front, you know. So that'll turn into a bed. This will be a full-time bed with storage underneath, and if I run some AC, I may either run it through here, or I may run it out the back and out the side, just vent it out there. And last but not least is our little cabinet, and it's got the same wore out Formica on top, but this aluminum edging is real nice. We might be able to buff it out and reuse it, but my intention is to make it look almost just like this, so that you wouldn't know without all the extra stickers and decorations, and just make it clean, fresh. Everything's coming out right down to the frame. The frame's gonna get sanded down and repainted, and then we're gonna build it up from there. Today we got to take a look at what the Scotty looks like on the outside, on the inside. Of course, people have been through it and painted it and done some things to it, but the bones are all there. A lot of the decals and the emblems and things and the lights. So I think that's pretty cool. And so now that we went through it, we know what it's supposed to look like. My intention is to tear it completely down. There's really not much of the wood structure that I can use. You're going to take it right down to the axle, make sure that the axle and the frame is perfect, and then just start building up. We'll have to decide whether we're just going to stain the walls or if we're going to go paint. Like Scotty's all had paint, that kind of robin's egg speckle paint. I don't particularly like that. It's hard to do, but you can put colors in there. I like to just stain them. So we'll see what we're going to do, and whoever wants to buy it can tell me what to do. But I think for the most part, when you walk in, if you're familiar with Scotty's, I think you'll say, oh, okay, this is a Scotty. Oh, something's different. What's different? Oh, okay. Because we got to bring it in to, the new millennium here. And, so we're going to have some new electric and things like that. But we want to minimize that, or kind of maybe even hide it a little bit, just so that it really looks like a Scotty on the inside, and we kind of stay as true to the original vision of a Scotty as possible. I think that's important. So on our next episode, I'm going to start tearing into it. I'll probably start taking things, the important things I'm going to take off, get them put off to the side, and everything that I'm going to salvage and reuse, I'll probably take that off first. That's kind of my plan, and then really dig into it. So like I said, subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and I would appreciate it. See you next time.